up, everyone? Okay. Get adjusted. I know, you guys, I can tell that I look a little blown out. I don't think I can fix that right now. I'm facing a window. Just kidding. I just naturally glow like this. This is my natural light. I'm just kidding. All right. Let some of you get on here. We really need to talk about the last couple of episodes of The Last Dance. But first, what up, Seminole? What up, Brandon? First, I want to hear from you guys. How's everyone been? What's going on? Adrian, what up? You guys, how was your week? It's Friday. Same thing, different day. What up, Chris the Goat? All right, you guys. So, as promised, I am doing a live for every single episode of The Last Dance that comes out so we can talk about it, go over it. Dang it, you guys, I'm already getting distracted with your comments. What up, Zaz? What up, Patrick? Okay, so I want to talk first about Michael Jordan's first retirement. So before we get into it, I'm just going to hop in really fast and say, overall, I've been surprisingly very happy with the way that they are telling the story and portraying MJ, because I think overall it's pretty fair. But I mean, at the same time, you know, they probably, like, MJ was like, this is off the table, this is off the table, and this is off the table. Notice how they're telling us his story, but not once do they mention his wife or kids. Like, that was an expensive divorce, though. Okay, Juanita got, I think, $168 million. Like, to date, I'm pretty sure that is one of the top 3 most expensive divorces in history. What up, LA Moments? Woo woo! All right. So, you guys can hop in at any time and let me know your thoughts. But I actually did an in-depth piece on MJ a few years ago where I told his story. What up, Storm? I told his story from start to finish of his NBA career and his basketball career. And I did find a lot of the articles saying that his first retirement was, now I don't know if this is true, okay? Only Michael Jordan, God, and David Stern, rest his soul, know the truth about this, okay? But I did read that because there was a investigation going on his gambling, he wasn't completely innocent in things. So the commissioner was just like, listen, retire for a bit and no one will know. We'll make this all go away. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. Obviously, Jordan denies that. The commissioner denied that, but there was some evidence. I can't believe ESPN put Kobe number 9. LA, that's a whole other video. Don't worry, I'm not gonna get away with that. Thank you guys for the love. I love you guys so much. So I don't know the honest to God truth, but I want to hear from you guys, okay? Did Jordan really retire because he was burnt out? Or was it to protect and cover up something else? And was it kind of a deal with the commissioner? It is interesting because I could totally see, you know, his father passed away, his father was killed, he was burnt out. I could see that being a possibility, but even when he announced his retirement, he made it clear he was gonna come back. Like, he already knew. He said straight up, I can do whatever I want now. Who knows? I may be back. I see you, Jordan. Gio happen? All right, let me catch up on some of these comments really quick. I wish they talked about Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan doing the dance music video. Yeah. Speaking, yeah, there's just so much. Okay, you guys. Easy says, I feel like he needed some time to get back together. That's definitely really possible. But I don't know. No way Jordan wasn't going to come back after only 9 years in. He needed a break. Glenn Walker, hi, we missed you. I missed you more. I've been on here, though, at least once a week doing these lives on The Last Dance. I don't know how, but I think Michael Jordan's first retirement had something to do with Trump. Come on now. All goats come back just like you, Ty. That's what's up, G. Thank you for that. Taylor, you're in here. Sorry, all my loves are in here. I love you guys. Much love. I'm seriously sending you love right now. I hope you can all feel it. Yeah, I mean, it's possible he just needed that break, but I get the feeling that there was a little bit more to the story than what we know. Jordan had some of the most genius PR people around him. He himself is a genius PR guy. That is why part of the reason why he's had so much success. He knows how to work the media. He knows how to tell the narrative. He's a goat at that, for sure. But I think there's more to the story, and we're never gonna know. We would have figured it out by now, but I do think there's more to the story with that investigation, with his gambling and everything that was going on, but he came back. 3,000%. Giovanni says, Jordan was also way more protected than anyone ever. He really was, okay? He really was. Because I think that was, I mean, he made the league so much money. He took the league to a whole other level of fame and status globally. So that was their precious golden child, and they really had to protect that. Because honestly, Jordan had to be protected for several reasons. If he went down completely, that would hurt the league. That would completely hurt the league. And in some ways, sometimes it did. His scandals were kept on the DL, unlike Tiger and Kobe. You ain't lying, G. LeBron has the same level of PR, I feel like. Okay, Adrian, in some ways, I totally agree with you. LeBron's PR and the way they keep his public persona so clean, that's some next level. His people know what they're doing, because we're all human beings, you know what I mean? But if you can be that smart to keep your image squeaky clean like that, all the power to you. I mean, it's gonna come out eventually, you know, like, we ended up finding out that Jordan was terrorizing his teammates. By the way, though, I understand that type of motivation, okay? I understand that type of commitment. Listen, I've had my fair share of experiences working at places where people do not have the same level of commitment to putting out the best that you can give people. And sometimes you want to really motivate them and light a fire under their arse, and it doesn't work, so you just have to quit. What? Anyway, I want to talk about the way that Jordan would motivate his teammates. What did you guys think about that? I mean, we all knew he was like that, though. And Kobe was like that, too. I mean, they were brutal. But if you think about it, I don't know, I think Jordan was doing what was done to him. Because growing up, his dad said straight up, you know, his brother was actually more of a basketball star growing up than Michael was. And so the dad used to say, like, you're not as good as your brother. And he even said on camera, if you want to get Michael to do something, just tell him he can't do it. So I think MJ, that's how he was motivated to become his best, is his dad would tell him, you can't do that. You're not good enough for that. And it would motivate him, you know? So I think he was just teaching the way that he learns. And it worked. Look at all their success. So you can't be mad at them. Okay, now I'm going to catch up on comments. Tell me your thoughts. What up, Chris J Productions? Okay. Sorry. It's so hard to read everything. LeBron will never be on the same level as MJ. In my opinion, they're different beasts, but somehow, some way, people find a way to compare them all the time. Oh, Christopher Rivera, that is a great point. What up, Chris? I've missed you. All right, so he says MJ did not have to worry about the internet back then. That's actually a great point. There are... It is a different beast. I mean, he did have the tabloids, but the guys have to worry about that now. He did have books being written about him. Imagine that, someone just spending their time writing a book to put your business on blast. Like, that's crazy. But he didn't have the blogs. He didn't have the social media. That's a lot of pressure. I mean, can you imagine? Because those guys were, like, not MJ specifically, but some of the guys he played with, even MJ said, a lot of them were up to no good, okay? And can you imagine, like, if what they were doing back then was living on the internet now? For instance, we got, like, Tristan Thompson, right? We have video footage of him in the club with other girls when he had pregnant girlfriends and wives and whatever. You know what I mean? That lives on forever. We're always going to know what you did, guy. But these guys that got side note though, I grew up, like, went to high school and pretty much college before the internet really blew up in the way that, like, everything, your every move is just existent there, and I'm so grateful for that. I am so grateful for that. The kids that have had to go to college where everything they've done lives somewhere, I feel for you. Miss that. Just kidding, I have nothing to hide. I'm kidding. Anyway, let's see. Giovanni says, nobody talks about LeBron with women before he finally settled down with high school sweetheart, which isn't bad. Jeter was the smart one and not getting married until he retired. Yeah, but we've heard stories about Jeter. That's the thing. These guys, we know there are women with them too. You know what I mean? And I think either they're really good at hiding it, but also I really think a lot of these guys have agreements with their wives. I do. I'm sorry. I know that's not a great picture for their public persona. Like, yeah, I have an open marriage, but I think a lot of them do. Okay. Sorry, I have to catch back up. My only problem with documentary is acting like Jordan on the Wizards never My only problem with the documentary is acting like Jordan on the Wizards never happened. Alonzo, the documentary's not over, so they may talk about that. Giovanni, did you see Jeremy Lin's recent comments about Kobe? No. What did he say? Tell me. Don't get me upset. Jeremy, don't get me upset right now. Giovanni, tell me what he said right now, please. Okay. Imagine Rodman in social media era? Yikes! I mean, we know enough about him even without the social media era. Okay, so Bruce says MJ is not the first athlete and certainly will not be the last athlete to be tough on his teammates. LeBron is putting himself out there to be criticized. MJ is super private. Yes, MJ will not be the last athlete to be tough on his teammates. However, in order to be that mean and in your face, but care that much, you have to love the game that much. And not just the game, you have to love winning that much. And that level of competitiveness and passion for winning and the game, you don't see that as much. You don't see that as much. Like, we do have Russell Westbrook. I think he has it. I think Giannis might have it. We'll see. But it's just, that's rare. That's rare. League's a little soft right now. There. I said it, okay? Ooh. You guys, I'm so behind on these comments. Dang it. So many good comments. Let's see. Lynn said Kobe, okay, Giovanni says that Lynn said Kobe came to practice before the trade deadline after being away for a while rehabbing his shoulder, and said he only came to say bye to you bums before you get Where's the lie? Good. Like, I'm sorry. Honestly, I get it. You need to be respectful, I guess, but I hate that we've like kind of moved into this day and age where you can't just be honest anymore. Okay? Where's the line of you just being honest and saying what you think and people not being able to handle it and I guess being disrespectful, but that man ain't never lied. That's what I'm saying, Giovanni. It's crazy. Yeah, okay. That's why the media don't like Westbrook. That's part of it, for sure. See, that's the thing. MJ kind of knew how to play the media. Like, watching this, you can see that. Like, he definitely gave them what they wanted to a certain extent and was very professional and polite, but then he was this crazy player and we knew he had this edge to him, but he was able to hide it for all these years. Facts, Ty. People are so sensitive these days. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't say anything anymore. Otherwise, you're being offensive and you're this and you're that. It's not just the league that's gotten soft. It's almost everyone. Watch me. I'm about to say something I shouldn't say, popping off at the mouth. Okay, let's change the subject. So Pippen, when he bailed out on his team, would I call that soft? I would call it like, dang. I think he had a mad ego trip. I think that because MJ was gone, he was like, yeah, I'm the new MJ of this team. You know, it's all on me and I'm the star. And then when Phil was like, yeah, you're not going to be taking that final shot in tonight's game, because he knew that he'd have better luck with 7. Pippen refused to go into the game. I think that was just like such an ego move. But it also shows Phil Jackson's just sharp intelligence for this game. God, I love that man. The hippie. Phil, you please somehow, some way come back to the Lakers being this team. Okay. Get back with Jeannie. Do what you guys need to do. Giovanni, super egotistical and selfish. In a playoff game, nonetheless, it's the wildest part. Phil is the GOAT, you guys. Honestly, everyone knows Phil's great, but I still don't think he gets the credit he deserves. I don't think people are going to truly recognize him for his ability and what he created and what he did, the triangle, all of that, probably, sadly, until he's gone. That's like how it is these days. People don't really appreciate the full essence of the greatness until that person's no longer with us. Why? We need to stop. He was trash with the Knicks. No comment. Okay. One thing I will say is what I really like about MJ's approach is his like ability to turn any type of insult or what he perceived as disrespect into gasoline for his game. Disrespect that man on any level and he's gonna drop 50 on your mom in the next game. You know what I mean? I fudge with that. I like that. I love that ability. Like, I think I have a little bit of that in me. You guys, no lie, when I first started at this show that I used to work on, there was another host who had been there for years, and so it was all her fans. And when I came on and she decided to leave, her fans were like, no, we hate you. You suck. Your voice sucks. You're not a good host. And I was like, okay, I'm going to show you. And I had a teleprompter app and I would read the teleprompter. I would practice every day for like 3 hours so that no one could say anything about my voice or the way I host or anything. It fueled me to become a much better host. And now those skills are just skills for life. Ty's named Ty Savage for a reason. You ain't lying. Okay. Let me scroll up and see some of these. Yeah, exactly, Adrian. You don't even have to disrespect him. He would make stuff up. Exactly. He was making things up. Okay, side note, you guys. What up, Shamar? Side note, did you guys hear that a bunch of players banded together and they were like, no, the season is going to be resumed. We're not doing any of this, like, throw away the season and let's just start anew. Thank God, okay? Because we all know that the Lakers need to take the title. It should go to them. I'd be fine with them just giving it to them, but fine, let's finish the season. What are your thoughts on that? I gotta hop. Bye, Adrian. We'll see you soon. Thoughts on resuming the season, you guys? What? Chris, bad idea. Tell us why. Why do you think that's a bad idea? I mean, you have to think of it as these but you guys, you have to think about it as the athletes. Yes, hopefully they will take all the precautions they need to take to remain safe, but think about it. This is their life. Like, think about like an MJ mentality, a Kobe mentality, which LeBron, it's not to that level, but LeBron loves this game. Steph loves this game. Like, all the players that called each other and said, let's resume the season, to throw away a bunch of just hard work, what you live for, to just throw it away like it just never existed? I mean, I understand why they want to finish, why they want to resume. Chris Paul said everyone wants to play. Yeah, I mean, I would want to as well. It would hurt me as a fan to see the season just be thrown away. I would never feel right about that. That would be an open wound for the rest of my life, 100%. I'm not kidding. Don't make this worse. Don't make this pandemic worse on us. Please, find a way. Take their temperatures, give them all the tests. Fine, if we can't be in the stands, that's fine. We'll watch from home. Not ideal, but we'll take what we can get at this point. Am I right? Does the NBA have enough resources to test all of the players, personnel, and media in each game? I think they do. To be honest. I mean, their billionaire owners just all have to come together and problem solved. I think the resources are there for sure. UFC has been thriving without fans. This is true. They're a good example of a league that has been pushing forward and making it happen. Some players feed off of the fans, 100%. And it's not ideal for us to not be able to access the games either. But if this is all we can do, this is all we can do. And in my opinion, it's better than nothing. It is better than this right now, what we have. No games, no nothing. I'm like barely living off the fumes of this Jordan documentary. That's all I have. But Ty, a lot of players have younger kids, which are more prone to getting affected by the virus. It could be worse for the kids. Possibly. However, if everything is put into place the way it should be, that should not end up being an issue. If the precaution is taken, there shouldn't be an issue. You know, I don't know a lot about this. I think that they can do it. I think they can do it safely. I do. What happens if a player tests positive after a game? Well, they should be getting tests prior to the game. But you guys, I can't debate like the logistics of how this is going to go down. For sure, I'm with you. If they give us some bogus plan where we see that the players could be at risk, then it's like, no, you guys need to make sure, take this seriously, make sure all the precautions are taken. But I think that they're going to. I know the NBA is really, really, really taking this seriously. They were really aggressive about shutting things down, and they were one of the first huge organizations and leagues to say, all right, we're canceling everything. That was like, whoa. I mean, they did that before we shut down our state here in California. that the league took action. So I think they'll be safe about it. You know, I'm not the expert, so I'll leave all that to the experts, but I would like to see it resume some way. The announcers can play a big part in the experience. Joe Rogan and Cormier have been making UFC fights so exciting. Yeah, 100%. They should play all the games on a corona-free island and quarantine everyone for 2 weeks before they enter. There you go. I mean, that could be a possibility. Honestly, that could be a possibility where it's like, all right, you guys, we're going to finish out the season for the next few weeks, but no one's going to be going home for the next few weeks. We're all going to be staying, like, whatever. All right, you guys, any final thoughts on Jordan's documentary? Let's see if I don't like how they leave us hanging at the end. I mean, I know they were trying to create the suspense, but I want more. Don't do this to me now. By the way, can someone leave in the comments that website where you can just finish it out? I need to finish it out. I'd like to do that this weekend. Yeah, exactly. Month-long playoffs. Like, just finish it out. Make it fast. You guys, the players would just stick together. Yes, I am going to do the basketball or nothing review after I finish The Last Dance, which will be over next week. Thank you. Yes, you guys, I know I might be a little blown out right now with the light, but I can't fix it. I'm facing a window, and yeah, this is actually, just kidding. Like I said earlier, this is my natural glow. I glow now, okay? All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to be back next week, and also I'm cooking up some new content for you guys. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me. I'm pretty active there. It's at Taiwan on Sports, and I am going to be in the comments for the rest of the day, so drop a comment if you want to keep the conversation going. Okay, I'm gonna go take my social distancing, self-quarantining arse to the beach because we're allowed to go there in Cali now. I need some fresh air. I'm going stir crazy in this apartment by myself. Okay? I love you guys. I'll see you soon. Much love, fam.